What up, what up, what up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video episode of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own Dre Day. What's up, what's up, what's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Again, if you haven't, you know I gotta say it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Also, hit that notification bell so that way once your boy drops a video, you will get a notification as you come on in and as you watch. Hit that like button, share the video, and at the end of this thing, leave your boy a comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. Y'all see the title to this video. Your boy been on the grind, like back to back to back to back to back, just dropping content, dropping material for you. I'm in my bag like crazy. And again, title of the blog, South Carolina versus UConn in the national title game. It has been confirmed. Both teams put on a display last night. Both teams. UConn and South Carolina. More so UConn, because UConn, for the third or fourth time, if I'm not mistaken, in a national semifinal game or national title game, they blew out the competition. What they did to UCLA, they won by 34 points. That is the biggest ass whooping ever in college basketball, women's college basketball, whether it was the national semifinals or the national championship game. In fact, UConn has four of the biggest blowouts. They have a 34-point win, a 33-point win, a 31-point win, and a 29-point win. UConn has all of those in their history, whether it was a national semifinals game or a national championship game, and UConn owns that distinction. So, with that being said, if you go back and watch one of my previous videos, in fact, the final four preview, right? When I talked about UConn against UCLA, because I'm gonna talk about that one first. I said the key factor had to be AZ Fudd because of the performance that she had against USC in the Elite Eight. It wasn't good. She was going to have to make up for that. She was going to have to redeem herself. And man, did she do it. Because basically in the first half, she held UConn down in the first half. Sarah Strong and Paige, they didn't come alive until late the second quarter, and then basically the second half they took over. But in that first half, AZ Fudd was the one that kept UConn afloat. 19 points, 7 for 12 from the three-point line. She did her thing in this game. This was the game that we was looking for from her as it pertains to Final Four, or potentially if they make it to the national championship game. Even though she's coming back for one more year, with all the injuries that she had to endure, I'm quite sure this made her feel great. Definitely made her feel great inside. So I'm very much happy for her. Sarah Strong, the rookie sensation, she made history. She's the third rookie in UConn history to have a 20-plus point game in the Final Four. Maya Moore did it once, Breonna Stewart did it twice, and now Sarah Strong is a part of that distinction. She is a part of that elite class of being a freshman from UConn to drop a 20-point plus game and a Final Four. I was very impressed with what I saw from UConn. And again, I picked UConn to win this game. Now, again, my original pick was USC, but we didn't know Juju was going to get hurt. So being that I had USC winning the whole thing, being that UConn took them out, it's only right that I picked them to go to the national title game. And was I right? If you go back and watch that video that I've just talked about, I said it will be a close game. I said it will be a nail biter. I did not think that it would be a landslide victory like this. 85-51. That was the score. I don't think, listen, there's a bunch of people out there that are shocked by this outcome because you had UCLA, the number one ranked team in the country, right? You have the sensation of Lauren Betts. Their coach was just announced National Coach of the Year. And for them to get smoked on this stage, but then again, everything piggybacks off to that video that I made. I said the lack of experience is the reason why I'm going to give UConn this edge. This was UCLA's first ever Final Four. This was their first time. They're babies compared to this when it comes to the Lady Huskies, and it showed in this game. It definitely showed in this game. Now, I will give UConn their props because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's nothing you can do with Lauren Betts, right? Like, there's nothing that you can do with her. But what you could do is, okay, we're going to let her get her points, but we ain't letting nobody else do nothing. And that's basically what happened. Lauren Betts had 26 points. 26 points. Nobody else on that team cracked 10 points. The only person that came close was Kiki Rice. Everybody else either had below 5 points. If it wasn't Lauren Betts and Kiki Rice. So UConn's mindset was, we're going to let Lauren Betts get her buckets. We can't do nothing with her, but we're not letting nobody else do nothing. And that's exactly what they did. UConn played amazing defense. Amazing defense. I was very much impressed with what I saw from UConn. Very much. But like I said, the lack of experience. People don't realize experience plays a role in anything. Anything. Experience plays a role. UConn, like, come on, like, they're one of the most storied programs. And women's college basketball ain't one of, they are the most storied program in women's college basketball. I can't even count how many Final Fours they've been to. They're about to go to their 12th national title game. Half of that is Final Fours. So they know what it takes to win in these games. UCLA did. And it showed in this game. So again, I picked UConn to win. So there go with that one. And then we get to South Carolina and Texas. I think what happened in this, well, with both games for that matter, both teams, the losing teams, a lot of turnovers, a lot of turnovers, and in a game of this magnitude, if you turn the ball over the way that they did, because both of them, I think UCLA turned the ball over, if not close to 20 times, or they just hit 20. And then Texas, I think they turned the ball over close to 20. If you turn the ball over like that against these type teams, you are going to lose. And it proved that. Because let's be real, both games were landslide victories. Both games. I just told y'all what the score was for UConn and UCLA. South Carolina and Texas, I mean, it took basically the start of the third quarter for South Carolina to really start kicking it. UConn, I mean, you could basically say the middle of the second quarter is when they took away, is when they just did away with the game and said, you know what, let's get this over with now. We got this momentum. Everybody on UConn did their thing. Each player that played in that game, they contributed one way or the other. Whether it was Chen playing the point guard spot, Paige did her thing, Sarah Strong did. Obviously, the big three did their thing. All the role players did their part. All the role players did exactly what they were supposed to do in this game to help UConn advance. And then as it pertains to South Carolina, again, everything I'm saying, I said in my last video as it pertains to the preview to the Final Four. I said in order for South Carolina to win this game, The thing with South Carolina is they don't have no star players, but the players that we expect to step up have to step up. And Tahina Pow stepped up. She was the main person I said needed to step up, and she did. 14 points, 5 for 6 from the three-point line. That's amazing. And when she gets it going, like when she get like I think with her, she's the X factor because if she gets it going, especially if she's hitting them threes, that just opens the door for everybody else to do their thing. Joyce Edwards did her thing coming off the bench. Her and Pow was basically co-MVPs of this game, if you can like if you can say that, right? Everybody else, like Chloe Kitts did her thing, right? Tessa Johnson did her thing. Flo Riley did her thing. Brees Hall did her thing, even though Bree Hall did her thing, even though she had a little slip to start the second half, draining that three, and then she stumbled. Good thing it wasn't, nothing crazy, and she twisted her ankle or anything like that. She just stumbled, and Dawn Staley got a laugh out of it. Even she laughed at it. I mean, in a situation like that, all you could do is laugh, right? But South Carolina did what they needed to do, and they cracked it open. I want to say the start of the second half is when they kicked it up a notch. Texas, again, they turned the ball over. Madison Booker got in foul trouble. Now, if your star is in foul trouble, that just takes away the momentum for the rest of the team. Now, I know Lee came in the game and did her thing, but it's a lot different when your star player is the one energizing you. And with her being in foul trouble, it was only so much she can do. Only so much she can do. And South Carolina's defense was amazing. But again, like I said, as it pertains to these two teams, these two programs, they're babies when it comes to Final Four play. It's levels to this, and that's what UConn and South Carolina displayed in these games. There's levels to this. Like, we up here, y'all down here. There's a reason on why South Carolina has been to so many Final Fours these past years. So many. So if we're dating back to 2021, yeah, 2021, basically since after the pandemic. Because remember, the pandemic was in 2020, so nobody played. There was no Final Four. There was no national title. South Carolina was in the Final Four. They lost to Stanford. Won the national title 2022. Lost in the Final Four 2023. Win the national title 2024. And now they're back in the national title game. It's levels to this. I already told you about UConn, but then you got Texas. This was their first time since what? The early 2000s that they made the Final Four? UCLA, this was their first time. So UConn and South Carolina, they went up against babies in this Final Four. I mean, credit to them for making it this far. But again, experience plays a role in this. There's levels to this. And South Carolina and UConn displayed that with the margin of victory. With the margin of victory. So now we get to the national title game on Sunday. I can't wait. Even though, unfortunately, I'll be at work. Unfortunately, where I'll be working this weekend, I'm going to try my best to watch the game because the unit I will be in this weekend, I probably won't be able to be on my phone as much, but I'm going to try my best to catch this game because Dawn versus Gino part 2. I'm talking about national championship game. I'm not talking about what happened in the regular season because, okay, UConn beat shit now South Carolina's leg in their building, right? That was their first home loss since Lord knows when. And I'm quite sure South Carolina remembers that loss. And they're probably not going to say it out loud, but I know some of those players in that locker room, when the tournament started, I'm quite sure some of them was like, yeah, I know a lot of people want us to go against Juju and USC, but damn it, part of us want Connecticut because of what they did to us in our building. I would not be surprised that some of them said they want UConn, and now they got them on the biggest stage, the national title game. So, will history repeat itself? Will Dawn Staley get another win on Gino Auriemma in the national title game? Because Gino only has one loss in the national title game, and that was in 2022 against Dawn Staley. So, congrats to UConn and South Carolina for making the national title game. Y'all hit me up in them comments, man, and y'all tell me who y'all got winning. Who do y'all have winning? Do you have UConn winning or do you have South Carolina? That's all I need y'all to do. Just let me know, who do you got winning? All right? Y'all hit me up in them comments. Give me the feedback. Tell me what you think. It's a wrap for this video. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, Sportswear with Dre Day Podcast, hit that notification bell. Again, like the video, share the video, comment on this video, please. Like, let your boy know who y'all got winning. All right, let your boy know who y'all got winning. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video episode of Sportswear with Dre Day Podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all be safe. God bless. Peace and love. But before I go, let's give a round of applause to UConn and South Carolina for making the national title game. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here. Peace.